major ones for me. I mean, the crusade has been amazing, but seeing that there's now a focus on the youth, and it's very strategic because, of course, we are the leaders, not even of tomorrow, of the now. And that program, I remember being there and during one of the sessions, it was one of the sessions where I think Dunsin was ministering, and it was just so powerful and impactful. Beyond that, I also had a desire to find a way to give back during that program. So, but I didn't have the opportunity as a way, but somehow it was amazing that I was able to, during one of the sessions with the young people, able to share about my journey in tech, and it was really great for me. So one of the things the way that's impacted me is to inspire me that there's a need to get the young people to be in on this. We are also part of the work. So as much as we have our careers, we have our lives, being in the kingdom and contributing to it is very important. So that's one of the ways. Another way it has inspired me is to see our daddy, Pastor Kumuyi, how he has gone on, even in his 8th year here, to even do more. It's challenging me that even when now we're young, we can't be quiet. And even as we grow older, there's a challenge to do more. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, thank you. Before I go to Desmond, we can see live feeds currently coming in at the studio. We see young people walking across. I don't know if you can see them right now on your screen. If you're watching us live right there from your room, wherever you're watching us from online, just drop us a comment. Let's see what you're saying. Are you currently on the road? Where are you joining us from? Are you walking across Lagos, across anywhere in Africa? Let's know where your youth work is currently holding, because we know that the youth work is currently going out there across various cities. And if you can see from your screen right now, you will see people walking across some bridges right there. We'll soon get some of our people right there to also give us feedback on the work right there as they are doing this. So if you are there at your home, I know you are joining us on this youth work. So kindly drop us an emoji or a comment to tell us how you are actually, where you are joining us from, and how the GCK brand, because this question is actually for everyone, not just for those at the studio. How has the GCK brand impacted you? You want to tell us on the comment section before Desmond right here give us his answer. So Desmond, same question I asked Esther. We've all seen 1 year of the Global Crusades. Yeah. We've seen the impact part of it at January, and we've seen Impact Academy now come in as a monthly part of the program. What impact has it had on you personally?
Okay, so for me personally, the Global Crusade has been really impactful in that it opened my eyes to see that if at this age, like she said, if at this age the convener is still going out and reaching out to souls and reaching out to people, over 150,000 people who have given their lives to Christ at this program, it shows to us that there's a lot of work to be done, right? And for me, that's really a great impact. Tells me that, okay, as a young person, I can't sit and be still. I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of young people like me I need to reach out to. Now, that's like one of the impacts that this has had on me, apart from the blessings, of course, and the many miracles that has happened through the Global Crusade. So it's really been an impactful one. And I would like to make reference to the impact program we had in January. So, seeing the people who came around, it just made me sit down and look like, set a target for myself or set a goal for myself that, okay, if these people can do it, like you hear their stories, you hear how, they come from nothing and they become something, right? They become from a non-entity to become an entity that people want to relate with, people want to, be a part of, right? So if this can happen through them, right, it means that it can happen to me too, and it means that it can happen to a whole lot of other young people who are watching us. So this has really been a great impact on me.
Wow, if this can happen to some of these kind of people, then it can happen to you right there watching us. There are still live feeds coming in of several people that are walking across the street of Lagos. We hope that we can give you a report from them very soon and get them to tell us how the walk is going right there. We can see some people right there at, I think, Oshodi and Bagada walking. And I've seen a lot of comments from those on social media. I've seen people talking about the brand and how it has impacted you. Akin Koto has said, I'm very much happy right now watching from Yenogwa. The GCK brand has really been a touch brand for me. It has brought Christianity to limelight. And that is true because it has actually helped the Christian brand to be sold in a way that is actually almost religious neutral, and it still talk about Christ. The brand slogan for the Global Crusade is the gospel to every creature. And you will see that from inception, even before the Global Crusade started, the convener has been an international evangelist. And right now, the convener is 81 and still doing this. For you, what do you think that Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi has brought to the Global Crusade? What level of, what kind of flavor do you think his personality has brought to the Global Crusade to help it attain this globalization, to help it penetrate? Recently, we've seen that the Global Crusade has had impact on about 150 countries and has a monthly reach of about 3 million people. So for you, how do you think the personal brand of the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, looking through all the things he has done over the years, more than 50 years in ministry and all of that, how do you think it has impacted the flavor of the Global Crusade? Desmond.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say that, like most of us already know, that your personality as an individual tells on the organization that you run, right? So for someone like Dr. Kumuyi and his consistency, he's always giving results. Every time he comes out with results. Every time he comes out, he's always coming out with something new. So this kind of personality has had a ripple effect on the Global Crusade. We can see the diverse ways of approaches that he has brought into the picture, you know, engaging the young people, engaging the adult, like nobody's left out. Nobody's left out of the Global Crusade. So it goes to tell of how that he has been able to connect his personality as someone who is visionary, someone who is a very good strategist, someone who's a teacher, and also a father to all of us, right? So bringing all of these things together, he has been able to bring, it's like bringing the whole family together and then giving them a marching order and saying this is what we should achieve. And he's not just a kind of leader that is saying this is what we want to achieve, right? He's also saying this is what we want to achieve and is at the front line of what we want to achieve, right? So his personality has really had a very great effect on the Global Crusade.
Yeah, Esther.
Interesting. Well, for me, I think it speaks first of consistency over the years. We've done a number. I remember growing up, particularly Africa-wide crusade. I remember one of those crusades that we were in. So there's that consistency part where he has delivered in terms of a personality now. He has delivered over the years. So we know that when he brings this other innovation or brings this inspiration, people are able to run with it because they know that, I mean, if you've been able to deliver before, we can do. And then there's a place of tech in this particular one for me that has blown my mind. Like, we've leveraged tech to a very large extent. I'm not sure I've seen a lot of like Deeper Life over the world like in one program before. So this time around, there is that. So we're leveraging technology. We're also empowering more young people to global stages. I think that's a big one for me. So in terms of his brand, I would say his personality is in the consistency over the year, his integrity. You know, being a person of integrity, and people know that he's not doing it for himself. Of course, it's a vision God has given to him, but God has enabled him, and then he's enabling others to deliver that vision. So yes, there's that place of working with people too. Then the other one for me would be, like Desmond mentioned, when someone comes with a vision and this is what we want to do, and then maybe they fold their hands, you wouldn't maybe be motivated a lot. But we see him on the stage so energetic and, you know, so like inspiring, and he's telling us young people that, see, I'm young, even at heart. And he's just like,
more excited
you
about
get? And he's just like, yes, that's the energy we need. Yeah, so I mean, that's part of what it has been, just that person embracing all of that and then inspiring nations to also follow suit.
Yeah, inspiring. That's the kind of person the convener is. He's actually someone that over the years has shown consistency, as you said, various kind of outreach. His personality has been one that influential people have tried to even be part of the brand. We've seen politicians, we've seen governors, we've seen businessmen, we've seen a whole lot of statesmen trying to, you know, associate with the brand, trying to be part of the brand, trying to attend the brand. And this has shown that the personality, the reach, the influence of the man of God Dr. Kumuyi.
There's also results. I didn't mention results.
Okay,
Like,
maybe you should tell us.
yeah, I mean, so with the crusade, we've seen results in terms of like miracles. So if there was a brand that was about something, but we couldn't see the result, we wouldn't probably be impressed. But consistently, like each program, each GCK edition should have like beat the last one, and you're like, wow, it just brings more. And on Sunday at church, he was saying that he's just gotten a new inspiration for young people. And how would I not want to attend that kind of program? So because we keep seeing results, that's why more people are even attracted to the brand, because they know that, oh, if there's this issue or there's anything, when I come here, I'm going to get results. So yes, results is another thing that has also made it quite impactful.
Yeah, and also the way he's always enthusiastic about it. He's always passionate about it. And it's like he's looking forward to the next one. He's looking forward to the next Global Crusade. He's looking forward to the next Impact Academy. It's really inspiring.
So before we go live to the field, I will just see some comment right there on Facebook and on YouTube. We've seen some of your comments. Keep it coming. Tell us how the GCK as a brand has impacted you. Tell us how you've actually, benefited from the brand. Precious has said that the GCK and the youth as program has impacted me in no small way, but specifically and particularly in the area of holistic capacity building. It has also impacted me to move out of mediocrity and obscurity into active destiny impacting activities. Yeah, I think if you attended General Impact, you'd have gotten that. The breaking forth of the youth army is what the world needs today. A hope for the nation. And guess what? That's what the Impact is offering. It brings you young men from disaster into destiny. And Precious has said she's joining from Bonny Island, Rivers State. And a whole lot of people have also shared theirs. And this shows that we are connecting actually to the world. I've seen Mimi, Promise, has said watching from Dubai and all of that. So it's actually been a great one. And we hope that you keep bringing your comments in. We'll still look through it. Right here, we have some video feeds right there. Will soon be showed on to your screen. I hope that we can get our folks there, our correspondent there, right there, to give us a feedback if they can hear us right now and tell us how the work is currently. If we can even get some of their audio, I don't know if our producers here can also give us, amplify their audio right there so that we can hear them, we can listen to them, and we can actually get them. We've heard about the convener. Our guests have actually talked about the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi. His life has been inspiring, has been one full of consistency, has been one full of influence, and finally one of results. We have seen that there have been salvation, stories of healing, of liberation, emancipation, and all of that. Going to this month's edition of the Global Crusade, the title is, actually, if you can see my hoodie here, you see total emancipation, right, by the authority of Christ. And that is what we are, this month's edition is. If you are still joining us on social media, still tell us where you are joining us from and how much the GCK brand, Global Crusade with Kumuyi, has impacted you. So I'm still waiting for those. I've seen people from Namibia, Mata. I've seen people joining us from Malawi, Ogun State, and all of that. Tell us how the GCK brand has impacted you, and let us hear from you. So as we are also going through this, total emancipation by the authority of Christ, live from the Alpha location, Ikorodu, one of the biggest cities in Lagos. And we have a guest minister, Jeff Deyo, joining us. Before I go to Jeff, we've gone through several crusades. And the crusade have lived on to the name. When we had Divine Solution, you could see people come out solution. And now we are looking at emancipation. What is the word emancipation? And what do you think everyone, not just youth, adults, millennials, Gen Z, what do you think they should be looking out for in this crusade? Total emancipation. Remember that this crusade has about 3 key themes, programs. We have the Impact Academy, we have the Ministers' Conference, and we have the Evening Crusades. What should we be looking out for, especially for the Evening Crusades? What should be the expectation, Esther?
Okay, so total emancipation. Emancipation in itself means being set free, being delivered from whatever it may be, right? So in this case, I would say that from a personal perspective, I'm really interested in I'm biased maybe, I'm a young person, but I'm really looking forward to impact. But another thing that I'm always looking forward is to see the different administrations from different countries. It's always interesting to watch. But when we now come to Emancipation as a program, it first speaks to a liberation, a setting free from whatever may have been the bonds or what that may have held people down, maybe mental, maybe spiritual, maybe physical. And so for people who are watching us today, wherever you may be watching for, whether you're coming in person or you're attending online, I think a good thing would be to prepare your heart to be able to receive. So one thing I like to do is just say, God, prepare my heart to even know what to expect. So what areas of my life do you want to work on through this program? So is it my spiritual life? Is it like a mental block? Is it like some barriers that I've not even known about? So yes, a liberation, I think. A liberation, yes, that's one thing. Then of course there's the Impact Academy that talks about unlimited potentials. Sign me up. Literally sign me up, because yes, I'm going to be there in person by God's grace. And the last set of Impact has been impactful. Wow, Impact is impactful, yeah. They've been impactful on me, and I'm just looking forward to, there's just about, if you're in Lagos, glory to Jesus, there's about being in the live location. Like, we are fully blessed to have Baba come back to Lagos for this edition. So we're looking towards liberation, we're looking towards being lifted, so for the young people, and then there's also the part for the ministers conference that will be holding there.
Yeah, Lagos actually lucky to be hosting the total emancipation, and there is this feeling when you are live there at the Alpha location. So we have live feeds right now from Ikorodu, and you can see that a lot of youth are gathered around, and you can see a lot of great pictures coming there from the youth walk. And we hope that very soon we'll get our correspondent right there at Ikorodu to speak to us and tell us what's happening there. So this month also, total emancipation. Esther has spoken about the full program. I think I will just go to the youth program for you and say unlimited potential for youth. It's a program that says UP, UP, unlimited potential. Last time we saw Young Eagles swearing. We spoke about the Eagles and all of that. And this time we are speaking about UP, unlimited potential. You know that in Africa at large and also across the world, we have more than 70% of population of the world tilting between 0 and 40 years old. And this means that the world is full of a high number of people that have not reached the peak of their potential. They've not even, been able to encapsulate everything God has given to them and pour it out, show it out, and unleash it to the world. What do you think young people should be expecting at the Unlimited Potential program for Impact Academy?
Okay, so for young people, I think they should be expecting a time where their minds are going to be opened, right? Because for unlimited potential, it has to begin with your mind. It has to begin with unlocking that sort of mental block or mental prison that's, so to say, that people would have found themselves in. So first of all, I think young people should come prepared to have a session of unlearning, relearning, and even learning new things that they have not known before. So for Unlimited Potential program, this is what they should just expect. They should come, whatever they have in their mind, they should just be prepared to maybe put it aside, because the convener, Daddy was saying the other day, he said on Sunday that I just realized something new. I mean, if I realized this some years ago, I don't know what the results would have been. And he's saying this at 81. Wow, it's what a time to be alive, I must say. So the young people should come around, and they should be expecting to, I mean, for me, I'm personally looking forward to what he wants to say about how to, succeed and get to the top and get to the peak of your career.
Very soon we'll be going on a short break, and we'll also be catching some of the feeds from the live view. We can see some of our people right there at Agege also walking and preparing to move out. So right here from the studio, I'll leave you with the advert for the program so that you can see what the GCK is about. After the advert, then we'll take you to the live feed. We'll come back and we'll speak to some of our people right there in the field and ask them how they are actually working. What's the feel like to be on the road? What's the feel like to, tell the world about this global program? What's the feel like to, because this actually youth work is in collaboration with the young wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. So it means that it is it is not. It is a cross-border of the Christian denomination. So it is not just one denomination running this. So we are going to also hear from them and see how we have this collaboration happening across these locations in Lagos. So we are going to let you also listen to this advert very soon. We'll come back very soon and you'll listen to us. So right from the studio here in Lagos, we say bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
It was once a massive forest lying less than 10 kilometers north of the Atlantic Ocean, enslaved by same depravities that have plagued humankind globally.
Strange diseases,
Defiling medical interventions,
occultism in high dimensions,
dishonesty,
wickedness, and more to mention.
but a single look.
A look to the author and finisher signals the authority.
It's a power shift.
Power from on high upon your life.
You've never seen anything like this before.
The day when everything that is dead, dormant, dull in your life will rise up.
July 28th to August 2nd, 2022, 1600 hours GMT daily and 0700 hours GMT Sunday worship service, packaged on a global scale for all.
Men, women, ministers, and professionals, children, youths, and young adults.
A total package by the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, at the GCK July edition, live at Ikorodu, Lagos State, Nigeria.
Poised to reveal total emancipation by the authority of Christ.
The inspirational and international evangelist, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi,
will be ministering along with Jeff Dio, our guest music minister.
coming to you live from Ikorodu, Lagos State, Southwest Nigeria.
And broadcast to the world via satellite, social media,
Radio and television.
We are inviting the entire populace in and around Lagos. PFL Lagos is fully involved, and our men and women and youth have been charged, have been given the marching order to ensure that this thing is a huge success. We are praying, we are believing, we are putting the network and our resources into it. And we trust at the end of it all, millions of souls will be gladly brought into the kingdom of God.
GCK, in the 7th month, globally packaged to perfect total emancipation by the authority of Jesus Christ.
get ready for total freedom.
This July,
I'm going to grab you by the hand, drag you out of the valley, and I'm going to drag you to the mountaintop.
the Global Crusade with Kumuyi, GCK Authority, is coming. It was once a massive forest lying less than 10 kilometers north of the Atlantic Ocean, enslaved by same depravities that have plagued humankind globally.
Strange diseases,
Defiling medical interventions,
occultism in high dimensions,
dishonesty,
wickedness, and more to mention.
but a single look.
A look to the author and finisher signals the authority.
It's a power shift.
Power from on high upon your life.
You've never seen anything like this before.
The day when everything that is dead, dormant, dull in your life will rise up.
July 28th to August 2nd, 2022, 1600 hours GMT daily and 0700 hours GMT Sunday worship service, packaged on a global scale for all.
Men, women, ministers, and professionals, children, youths, and young adults.
A total package by the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, at the
serious alive now. You're serious alive now. Yes. But you're alive now. Okay, we are ready. Okay, this is when the match is not about this one. Okay. Okay, we are first now.
Let me say something. Oh, yeah, come on. Okay, bro Sam, you mean we speak about it. Or you yeah. About the youth of
Okay, speak now about the youth of
yes, sir. We are marking.
Emancipation by the authority of Christ Jesus. It started on the 28th of July, 27th of August, 2022.
Okay, check yourself. Okay, she's live. Check yourself.
Hello.
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 No. How are you going to get there? Arrangement. Now we know that Catholic is not free. People like you, am I right? Okay, that means you are going to be there.
So we are right here. Welcome back to the studio. We are right here at the Alpha broadcast location in Lagos, and we are talking about the youth walk. We have seen various feats across Lagos where young people are walking for the GCK. The GCK, which is Global Crusade with Kumuyi, is a brand that's metamorphosized from the global crusades that have happened right from almost more than 1 year ago, and has touched more than 150 countries in the world, has blessed more than 30 million people across the world. A huge impact. a very impactful program. And this program has actually been fueled by the innovation, by the drive, by the vision, by the purpose of the man of God, Dr. W.F. Kumuyi. And as we have said at the previous, when we had the show previously, we've talked about the consistency of this man, the influence of this man, the capacity of this man, the hunger, the purpose. And we have spoken about the result-oriented ministry that has been a big part of his drive. We've also seen various works across Lagos. I have two new guests right here at the studio, and I'd like them to introduce themselves as we start. So I'll go sisters first, obviously. So my sister, kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. David Faith.
So tell the world what you do.
Oh yeah, I'm a tutor. I'm a tutor, and I'm also into event decoration. And I love children, and by God's grace, I love photography too. And we do that for God's work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So Emmanuel, want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm a physiotherapist, and I'm also a clinical ergonomics tutor, consultant, and product management trainer.
Yeah, thank you. So we have two great people right here at the studio, and we are ready to talk about the youth work, the ongoing youth work. The youth work is actually for the Lagos edition of the Global Crusade with Kumuyi. And this is going to be live at Ikorodu, the Lagos State University of Science and Technology, which was formerly known as LASPOTEC. And the program is going to be a great time. You want to tell us what you personally are expecting from the program, Emmanuel, and what do you think should be the preparation for people? This is about 6 days program that has both the Ministers' Conference and the Impact Academy. How do you think people should prepare for this program, seeing that it's going to be a long-term program?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this edition of the Global Crusade with the convener, Kumuyi, because it's coming back to the Alpha location is Ikorodu, and for a lot of persons, we know that Lagos is the center of a lot of everything centrally in our country. And for young people, we have the section of the Unlimited Potential, that's the Impact Academy, and we've seen how a lot of lives have been blessed during the previous Impact Academy with invited ministers, Dunsin Onyekon, and other guest ministers we also had at the last program. So for me, I'm really excited and I'm really ready for another move of God.
Excited and ready for another move of God. This move of God has actually been so amazing. This move of God has been filled with results. Right here in Lagos, the last time the Global Crusade was in Lagos, I think we saw 4 people rise up from the dead in one day. One night, we had 4 people rise up from the dead at one program. And this has shown that this program is signed off from heaven. It's a program that is changing lives through Christ. It's a program that is helping the gospel to reach every creature. And we have young people across the world. I'm going to ask my colleagues here at the studio. You think that this program being for 6 days, and what do you think should be, he has talked about the preparation. What do you think should be expectation of people? We've spoken about previous results, the dead rising from the, people rising from the dead, people getting cured, people getting healed, liberated, young people getting freedom from depression. What do you think should be the expectation of young people for this program?
Well, thank you very much. Looking at young people in general, as a young person, my own expectation, I would say is, it's something I've put down. It's something I've written in my journal that I think should be, something I look forward to, not just spiritually. Now, fine, the spiritual aspect is key. Also looking at career and, as a business person, as a young person, entrepreneur, I know that my own expectation is spiritual and also academic, also business-wise, and also in my career. To the young people out there, I think your expectation should, one, your spiritual life. I would always tell people, before you go for a program, how prepared are you? What's your, preparedness for this program? Or are you just going because, it's a general program, people should be there, I just need to be there? No. What's your expectation? How do you prepare for it? I believe your preparedness would depend on how you're going to receive. Yeah. Yes. So if you are well prepared, definitely you would receive bountifully. So I feel not just going there physically to increase the attendance, the number of people. I feel as young people should also make our mind ready. We should pray. That's the spiritual aspect now. And for otherwise, we can also write down our expectations. When they are being met, you come back and you fix them. The program is for 6 days. I think on day one, to me, I feel on each day, I should be able to get my expectations met. Yes. So I think as they are being met, and I'm very sure that there are some that won't come immediately. There are some that will have to take a process, a period of time. Some have to take, a month, 2 months, thereabouts. But I feel if they are not written down, they are not penned down, you won't see something, or you won't have something to fall back onto. Just like they always say that the faintest pen is brighter and sharper than the sharpest brain. Yeah, so I feel you just have to be ready. Your preparedness is key, spiritually, academics, and otherwise. I actually heard someone say something one time that he doesn't attend the Global Crusade, and I asked why. He said, that the convener, that's Pastor Kumuyi, is more concerned about the spiritual aspect. He doesn't pray, or is not concerned about the academic and career aspect, looking at we young people. And I said, no, that's because you weren't prepared for it. That's because, you didn't put your mind to, my career, my business, my academics, I need to meet this up. That's because you didn't prepare for it. So I feel as young people, you just have to be prepared. Have a total prepared mind.
Yeah, so we have to be prepared and we have to get ready for this program. You might be joining us from different places in Lagos. As we said, today is a special day. Young people are out there walking across Lagos. And you're going to see various fields now. I'm still waiting for my producers to tell me somebody's ready to speak from any of the walking locations. And as soon as I get that green light, I'm going to let them speak. But we have people walking at Ikorodu. We have people walking at Agege. We have them walking at several parts of the city. And we are actually expecting to see more. You can see right there in your field, you can see people at Agege here, and people are there walking, dancing, ensuring that there is massive buzz going on. This is actually what we call E for energy. This is actually great. This is actually something that is going on. And this is actually happening across the town, happening across Lagos, happening across the city of Nigeria. And if you're ready, you would join us. If you're at your home right now, you want to join us. I want to know those who are currently live at the Youth Walk. Go to the comment section. Either you're joining us on YouTube, on Facebook right now. Go on the comment section and tell us where you are currently and where you are joining us from. If you are just joining this live production, I have actually asked previously to say, how has the GCK impacted you? How much of an impact has been the GCK in your life? How much value have you gotten from the GCK? It would be nice to hear this from you. We started the GCK right there at Abuja. We have gone through June 2021 to right now. We are in July in Lagos. And we've had various guest ministers. We've had Don Moen. We've had Nathaniel Bassi. We've had Pastor William McDowell. We've had Dunsi Onyekon. We've had Paul Baloch. We've had Bob Fitz. We've had several of these music ministers join us. This program, we have deaf Jeff Deyo. Emmanuel, what are your expectations? How has been, before I even asked about your expectation, the worship session is always something that is so intense, intimate, and amazing. How has the session been to you? But before I ask you, I heard that our people right there at Agege are ready to speak. So I hope that we can get them right now. Yes. And we can hear from our people at Agege now and ask them how has been the program to them. So live, let's listen to them at Agege. Yeah, it's amazing. You can see them. It's actually a beautiful scenery right there at the town of Agege. A lot of youth are out there on the street and marching. And it's been great. So we're going to come back to the conversation. We've talked about the music ministers we've had. We spoke about all these ministers. And I said, we see how that worship session, the guest minister is always a special time for a lot of people. How much blessing has these sessions been to you, from Domwen to all of these ministers across the world have joined us? So how much of a blessing has this session particularly been to you?
Thank you very much. To be candid, I always feel that the word is like a skeleton, whereas the music and worship is the flesh, the sinews, everything that make up the whole body. It really helps to lubricate the flow of the presence of the move of God. And you see how God inhabits the praises and worship of his people. And I've been really impressed on how the convener has been able to bring out wonderful ministers that you probably don't even know much about them. I mean, one of the most recent one was the guest minister, Jonathan White. And his ministration was so powerful. It's consistent ministration of God has a plan for your life. God has a plan for everyone. Became a theme song that a lot of young persons could post on their status, could connect to, because, you know, the whole vision of the Global Crusade with the convener just started post the COVID lockdown, when a lot of persons have lost their jobs. People had contracted the COVID-19, the coronavirus, and people had been laid off from their jobs. People were now switching to hybrid and remote. So a lot of persons were already in despair and were in desperation, were in depression. But you could see how the Global Crusade as an institution could provide a platform for people to connect to. And you know, for young people, we look for a platform where we can worship God. We know that we have the word in deeper life. But another aspect in which Global Crusade has been a transformational avenue for a lot of young persons is the worship section. I was really mightily blessed by one of our young inspiration right from the children choir, Don Moen. Its ministrations were powerful. It touched a lot of lives. Do you want to also talk about the ministration of Paul Balochi that really sang in our local indigenous language and connected a lot of persons? Do you also want to talk about Panapese Paul? That was at the Taraba edition. It was powerful. I mean, despite the rain, you could see how with the torrential downpour, the people there with the umbrella and everything, they praised God. It was almost as if the presence of God was coming down in another dimension with the showers of blessings. So I want to say, Bro Daniel, that the worship session has been electrifying. We also have had the young professional choir, we've had the campus choir, we've had the global edition choir, we've had the youth choir, we've had the central choir from the Alpha location, and then the global choir. It's been an awesome time in the presence of God. And I'm also looking forward. I mean, I had to go and check out who Jeff Deyo is because I've not listened to him before. And then I saw some of his tracks online. I was already saying this is going to be a powerful ministration because the man is actually loaded. And I know he's getting ready for us.
Yeah, Jeff Deyo is getting ready for us. And I know that Jeff Deyo is actually an American artist, and is somebody that will be joining right there from the city of America. You want to tell us also, how has the worship session been a blessing to you?
Thank you. Being a person that loves music, I think I listen to music when I think I want to rest. I want to relax during my leisure, just to have a relaxed mind when I've been tensed, after work and just want to rest, probably in the evening. Looking at the worship sections, one of the sections I think I will never forget is the impact program we had at DLICC January this year. Oh no, I can't forget that section, sincerely. Oh, see people drained drained in worship, soaked. It was just so unforgettable. And looking at the other section, I think that was done well. Yes. Oh God. I feel prior to the message, people anticipate the worship section. Somebody like me, I really do. I feel prepared for the message. I feel, lightened, whereby my heart is opened, my mind is ready to accept, to receive the message. It has really blessed life. And I'm very sure our guest minister for this July edition is very prepared for us, because I don't know. I don't know how to qualify this now. Is something I've been looking forward to. Just like he said, I've also gone to check, the kind of minister he is, and I've seen that he's really loaded. He is really loaded.
Yeah, Jeff Deyo is actually really loaded. If you are there watching us live from social media, this is actually the live broadcast, live production of the Mega Youth Walk across Lagos. We have youth walking across the city. We've seen people at Agege speak to us. Very soon we are waiting for a live feed from Ikorodu, and we hope that they can join us very soon, and they can also tell us how it is going right there at the city of Ikorodu, which coincidentally is the Alpha location. We've spoken about the music session, and we've talked about that awesome impact that our session has across the board. And since Abuja, June 2021, right here, July 2022, it's actually been an amazing time. And we want to hear from you on the comment section. How has this worship session been for you? Because this actually, I want to hear from you. And also there is, I'm sure some of our people are going to share the link to join us right there right there at the studio. You will see the comment right there at the comment section. You can join us on stream or on StreamYard and join us live if you have like a comment. We'll have Ikorodu almost live right now. We'll join you. We'll connect with them very soon. So if you're also there and you want to also tell us how it's going at your location, check the comment section very soon. We are going to share the links you can use to join us and give us feedback. How has the youth walk been at your location? We know there's youth walk going on in Lagos Island, Festac, at the Oshodi, at Agege, at Ikorodu, happening across Lagos. A lot of people, thousands of youth are actually on the street. And we want to hear how, yes, and even currently at K2, we want to hear how the youth walk is currently happening at your location. So very soon, we'll be connecting live to our people at the corridor as soon as they are ready. But our people right now will send the links of joining us right now on Facebook and YouTube. So check Facebook and YouTube very soon. You are going to see on the comment section the links to join the production right now. So for those of us at Ikorodu, I would love to hear from you. I'm waiting for the live production right there at Ikorodu. I know in some few minutes will be joining us. I want to come back to talk about the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, because this youth work, the program is actually about him. The youth work is about him. The youth work, this program, the GCK, is actually Global Crusade with Kumuyi. How has the convener has done multiple programs. He has helped. He has spoken to millions and millions of people. He has traveled across the world. He has the global ministry, and right now we have the Global Crusade with Kumuyi. In your opinion, how much is, how much more should you think we should be expecting from this man? He has said on Sunday that he's he has learned some things. And it's not even just how much more. How do we learn from him, from the convener? How do we learn from him? How do we think that, you see, this global mission, this global crusade, this global brand is something that, at 80, you see some people already giving up on their life. They are already thinking about going home. But at 80, at 81, there is a new vigor, a new power, a new purpose, a new brand, something new that has come up. And now the brand is here, the second time in Lagos in the past 1 year. He has traveled a lot of miles. During the last 2 editions, we celebrated 1 year of the Global Crusade. We spoke about how much travel he has had to add because of this Global Crusade. How much do you think the young generation should actually look up to him and, learn from him, glean from him? So I would ask you first then.
All right, thank you. I don't know how to classify this man, actually. I don't know at what rate to put him. I don't know what percentage to give, because definitely this is over 100. This man is just, is a model, more than a model for us to look up to. His strength is beyond physical anymore. I'm very sure this is no more physical. I'm very sure this is now the move of the Holy Ghost, because someone running with the strength at 80 would have given up. Someone running with the strength, even at 75, would have gotten tired. But this is way beyond a physical strength. So I'll say to we young adults, to we the young people growing up, I see him as like a model for us to follow. Is someone we should just look up to. That's what I can just say. Is not just a picture anymore. Is someone we should pray to God to make our life be like. Because I feel he has showed the footsteps, he has laid the examples, and what we are just left to is to follow.
Yeah. Okay, so before I get back to Emmanuel, we have live feeds coming up. I don't know if our producers are now ready. Let's listen to the live feed right now. Agege, are you ready? Or Ikorodu? Is Ikorodu ready or Agege? Agege is ready, so let's listen to Agege.
We are exalted for the have an experience, situation that the authority of Christ, the children, the youth, even some adults are here to experience and to tell the world, Lagos, about what God is saying to do. We are here with the presence and the power of God over entire Agege. Join us. It is going to be wonderful, to be great, to be wonderful. Thank you very much. Let us go. It is going to be.
Thank you. That's our correspondent right there from Agege. We can see that Agege is actually encapsulated for God. Agege is ready for the move of the power of God. And as the Global Crusade lands at Ikorodu, right there, every part of Lagos is actually ready to move, to mobilize people to the Alpha location. So we are also expecting Ikorodu to be live very soon. I'm waiting for their on standby, and very soon we'll bring them up. We're talking about the man of God, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi. On the comment section right now, you want to tell us how much have you learned from the convener, Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, a man that has, gone through the times, more than 50 years in ministry, exactly. Walked across all continents of the world, preached everywhere. How much have you learned from him? And how much should young people, and even older people, because people that are 70 can still learn from a man of 81. So how much more do you think we can learn from him as we are expecting the move of God at the Global Crusade with Kumuyi Total Emancipation Program?
Thank you very much, Daniel. The convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, is an example of sacrifice. Is an example of humility. He represents a message of consistency over the years. even from the humble beginnings, commencing this ministry in 1973, and as you just said, about 50 years, and he has been consistent. He has that spirit of courage, and he wants to keep on firing on. When a lot of persons are thinking of retiring, he is refiring. So just like Sister Faith said, there is an evidence of the move of the Holy Spirit. This is not just what a man does because he's just passionate about this. You can see that this is purely the move of God. I remember you were saying some of the statistics of the previous crusade where we had 4 dead persons being raised in a particular night. We've had a reach of about 35 million persons. We have over 200,000 souls that have been saved. We've had over 30,000 young persons that have been impacted. So you can see that there is a result. There is a ripple effect of the transformational change that this move of God is reaching out. And in a country like ours that is plagued by the myriads of poverty, of penury, of poor economy, and a lot of confusion, corruption, there is a ray of hope, a bastion of holiness. There's someone that is at the forefront of this global evangelical move of God, even from these lands, so that we can have that consolation that it's not as if God has forgotten us. If we can have leaders that don't even care about young people, we can still have a God that young people can look up to, because motivational messages are not enough. We need a spiritual dimension to solve our problems in Nigeria. And that is what God is doing. In as much as we think that there is just so
even
much...
outside Nigeria.
Even outside Nigeria, yes. I'm just talking about home, and then globally. It's on a global dimension. So we have people connecting from Philippines, connecting from Russia, from, India, from all over, like you said, in every continent of this world. That's why I said over 35 million, over 150 countries. Thank you very much. So we can see that if someone at 81 years is holding on to this message, I want to marry my own age and say, what are the multiples of my age that we have in this man, and what have I done? So it's just a challenge to every young person that you've not even started anything. So when you see our father, the convener of this global crusade, and also all the seasoned speakers that have spoken to us in the Impact Academy, the invited ministers that have been used of God, it's an inspiration for us to be driven to move for God and to really serve Him tirelessly, not looking for personal gain or aggrandizement, but still pushing on that. When you can say that you've stepped over, there is a solid legacy, just like our Father is leaving behind, that we can always be remembered for. And I'm sure that the Global Crusade is going to be a memorial transformation impact in everyone, just for me personally.
Yeah, it's a program of impact for everyone. We've seen people joining us right here from Dubai. We've seen people joining us from several states in Nigeria, from Ghana, from Spain, and from a lot of countries across the world. And I hope that as you're joining us right there, I just asked the question that what do you think you can learn from the man of God? So what have you learned from the ministry, this global ministry of the convener, Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, as we look forward to? And this is a weekend for Christ, a weekend for the Global Crusade, because as the youth are on the street today for the mega youth walk, tomorrow we have 1 million man march across the world. 1 million man march across the world. A lot of people will be going out tomorrow to actually sensitize the world about the Global Crusade. How excited are you to be a part of this movement? How excited are you to be a part of this global penetration that the gospel is having? Because the gospel is actually going out to every creature. That is the slogan of this brand. The gospel to every creature. We are waiting for Ikorodu now. I don't know if they are currently on standby. We are waiting to get Ikorodu live. I hope that the producers will get to me very soon. As we are waiting for this 1 million man march, we have actually the ministers' conference also. This program is actually in 3 phases. We have 3 phases. We have the evening crusades. We have the evening crusades. We have the Youth Academy, Impact Academy for Youth. We also have the ministers, church workers, and professionals conference. And this is the three things you will get from the program. As we talk about the program, I know that people right there are live and ready at Ikorodu. So I will be joining our correspondent right there from Ikorodu to tell us how has the youth work, the mega youth work, been at Ikorodu. So over there to Ikorodu.
Location for the global crusade with Kumuyi, starting from July 28th to August the 2nd. I don't know if you can see the crowd behind me. The crowd of young people. Can you see me? Can you see the crowd behind me?
Yes, we can see you. We
Hello?
can see you. You can go ahead. We can see you. Yes,
Yes.
sir. We can see the crowd behind you. It's so massive. The crowd is massive here at Ikorodu.
Awesome. We have hundreds of you, what am I saying? Thousands of you gathered here on Ishawo Road in Ikorodu, which is a major road here within Ikorodu, the alpha location for GCK 2.0. Is the enthusiasm, the excitement, the energy among the young people is something else. They have gathered here, some of them as early as 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, to take part in this wonderful youth walk. You can let me go near there so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about.
Yes, it would be nice to hear from them. Let's see the energy right there at the youth walk.
In sharing the handbill, inviting people to the program. Yes, I can hear you.
I say it will be good we listen to them. Let's see the energy right there at the youth walk.
People should stop. They are recording live. Okay, let me get close to where the action
we can see Pastor Isiaka there being at the forefront of the Ikorodu mega youth walk.
It's a big crowd. I'm trying to locate Pastor Isiaka. It's a big crowd. Pastor Isiaka. Where is Pastor Isiaka? The man with Nabada? No. Okay, where is he? Okay. Hold on. You can hear what is happening here. Somebody is already her life to Christ here. Right here.
That is beautiful. We have a live salvation experience right there at the mega youth walk at Ikorodu City.
You can see what is happening, Pastor Seka, ministry to a lady who has been overcome by the presence of God right here at the campaign, the youth walk. Hold on, Pastor Seka. The global community is listening to you.
Yeah. It's happening here. It's really happening here.
That's it.
It's really happening.
That is the energy. You can see the sea of earth right there at Ikorodu. The energy is amazing.
It's happening. Yes. Do you know? Yes. It is our turn. Yes. The man of God, unbroken man of God. Yes. He went to Bayelsa. He went to River. He went to Ilorin. He went to Abeokuta. He went to Ibadan. He ministered everywhere. But miracle upon miracles. Now it is our turn. It is our turn. Hello. Wait. Hey. Do you know why he's coming to Ikorodu? Because of Ikorodu. He is coming to Ikorodu. Do you know the spelling of Ikorodu? I stand for increase of miracle. I stand for increase of miracle.
Yeah, so we'll still get back to Ikorodu very soon. We'll get back to Ikorodu very soon, as we also expect to get back to the Life Youth Walk right there at Ikorodu. We can see the energy. We can see a lot of things going on there. You know, Ikorodu city is actually a very big ancient city in Lagos. And you know that we are going there live for the program. And the program will be holding at a university campus. And this shows how the Global Crusade is actually connected to young people. How much do you think the Global Crusade has been an impact for youth generally and young people? Faith, please.
Yeah. I feel the conveyor, that's Pastor W.F. Kumuyi, he focused more on the young adults, the young people, because I'm very sure he believes and he knows that we are taking up, we'll take up the next generation. We are going to take up the next generation. So he's really facing us. He's really trying to build us and get us prepared for, you know, the next phase of our life. He knows his own generation, they are leaving the scene. They are leaving the stage for us. And we are taking up fully. He doesn't want us to get there unaware, unprepared and, you know, trying to find our way around things. No. He's trying to equip us and get us prepared for this program. That's why I would encourage every young adult out there. You're a youth, you're a young adult, you're growing, you're an entrepreneur. You know, don't take this global crusade with Kumuyi for granted. Don't just, you know, let it come and pass without it having an effect and an impact in your life. That's why he has a particular section for the young adults. That's the Impact Academy. It's a place whereby young adults are being fed, like really fed. I attended the last Impact Academy. That was yes. Oh no, I can say I've not been able to recover from that.
Wow.
I'm telling you. You know,
tell me something.
It's young people soaring, young entrepreneurs soaring. And I'm very sure this particular one, unlimited potentials. Oh no. As a young adult, you should, there are some potentials inside of us. There's some potentials, you know, imbibed inside of us that this man is trying to bring them out. Now, my question is, how available are you? You can't be seated in your house and you're saying you want to be relevant for the society. No, you have to come out. Come to attend this Impact Academy. Attend the Global Crusades. Get impacted. And I'm very sure as a young adult, growth is going to be the end result.
Yeah, growth is actually the end result, changing lives through Christ, and the change is actually multidimensional, academic, spiritual, social, every multifaceted. Emmanuel, how do you think the Global Crusade brand has impacted youth, seeing that the man of God has given several youth-themed programs, unique programs, brought young people to the fore in this program, and we are also going to a university campus. So the young people are also hosting this program. How much has the GCK brand impacted young people?
Yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. The Global Crusade with Kumuyi as the convener has really been youth-focused. And one of the key points of the Global Crusade is we've been seeing young expressions, even in our musical ministrations. We've seen ministers like Amokaye Adiola, we've seen Taiwo, we've seen a lot of young people that have been ministering. You know, good luck on the sax. We've seen a lot of persons that have been used, even in different locations. When it was at Abuja, we've seen a lot of young sisters, young brothers that have played classical pieces on the piano, solo songs that led people to Christ even before the man of God came to minister. So you can see a lot of young persons really at the forefront of, this global move of God. And one of the things that I can easily see, Daniel, is the way we are innovating with technology, to be honest. I want to say that we as a church are not being just shoved aside. We are really maximizing technology. We have the Deeper Life conversations that we've had a lot of persons that have come on to talk about how they've been blessed mightily by the Global Crusade. We've heard how the GS messages now is there's just a short play, the golden lifeline that is interrupted and then shows testimonies of people that have been healed from cancer, people that have been raised from the dead, you know, like that testimony, 4 in one night. And persons that have been, I mean, the recent one that was held at Ilorin, you've seen how people that were mentally, people with mental issues, even before the program commenced, they were mightily healed. And one thing I want to say is that young persons have really learned so much. They've expressed their skills, photography, in different dimensions. And I'm really grateful for this global crusade for young persons. And for me, this present crusade at Laspotech is symbolic, using a location of a campus people so that young people can really identify and connect with. Thank you.
Yeah, so young people can actually identify. I don't know if we can get Ikorodu one last time for them to actually come up. I can see some comment right there on social media. Somebody has said, I learned from the convener a great challenge. 1 is never slacking. 2, he discovered that the lockdown period in 2020 was a sprung up for the use of social media and internet technology to reach the world. And as a young adult, I learned from him that there is no retirement in life until death. So we have seen a lot of comments. I can see your comment on YouTube. I can see your comment on Facebook. Thank you. Keep sending them in. We are still waiting for a final coverage from Ikorodu to hear from them and see what is going on. And we can see that Ikorodu is actually reminding us of the Jericho Watch. It's actually been an impactful time right there. I hope we can get them very soon. People at Ikorodu, are you ready for us? I don't know if Ikorodu is ready for us right now so that we can actually get Ikorodu there. So, but as we are ready for Ikorodu, I know we can listen to the advert now, and very soon we'll be bringing Ikorodu right there. So we'll be bringing the advert right now very soon so that you can see the advert of the Global Crusade and what the Global Crusades have been, how it has been impactful. The Global Crusade is themed Total Emancipation by the Authority of Christ. And today is the mega youth walk across the city of Lagos. The convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, is actually coming to Lagos for the second time in the series of these Global Crusades and is here to bless people. We have gone from June 2021. We have gone from the city of Abuja. We have gone to Calabar. We have gone to several cities in Nigeria. And we have reached over 150 countries in the world, impacted about 3 million people every month. And generally, the crusades have had an impact on more than 30 million people in the world. Several countries, continents have been blessed through the ministry, the global ministry of this man of God, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi. And I'm sure that you are right there, sitting in your room. You want to tell us where you are joining us from. We are right now wrapping up this production. So you want to tell us how blessed are you for this global youth walk. I know you're also walking right there. I know some of you are on the street. You are joining the mega youth walk. You have been there. You are walking. You are actually, joining also the youth buzz across the world. So I want to see where you are joining us from, and also how is the youth walk at your end? Where are you joining us from? How's the youth walk how has it been at your end? We've also shared some links on social media, and these links have actually been, these are links that you can actually tell us how the youth work is going at your end. We are waiting right now for a feedback from Ikorodu, for Ikorodu to tell us how the youth work is going at Ikorodu. We want to see our correspondent again very soon to tell us the youth work, how the youth work is, what is happening at Ikorodu. Very soon we are going to close up. Before we close up, I would ask my guests one last question in just 30 seconds to tell us what do you think Lagosians general, the city of Lagos has been in the news for quite a while. Nigeria has actually also been in the news. A lot of things happening in the city and across the world. How do you think, what do you think should be the expectation of the country, Nigeria, of the city Lagos for this total emancipation by the authority of Christ?
Okay, thank you very much. So one major thing I know very well that the Global Crusade does is that it brings about a total change, a total transformation. It brings about hope as well for the present generation. And the major thing I know that Nigeria and Lagos should expect at this forthcoming Global Crusade is they should expect God's transformation in their lives as individuals and in the country and in the states, Lagos, and in the various cities in Lagos State. They should also expect God transforming the lives of people that cause a lot of atrocities to the country and then to the states at large. So the Global Crusade, the authority of Christ will definitely harness and arrest all these global crisis and all this Nigerian crisis and what the crisis that Lagos State is also known for. And then the God himself will reign through the ministration of the convener of the Global Crusade.
Yeah, Faith, what are your thoughts around what Nigeria, Lagos, and the world should be expecting?
Nigeria at this point, at this state, I am very sure we need God. That's just all we need. And this is a platform, this is a very big platform whereby God is being brought to us on a very golden platform. And I feel Lagos should be expecting liberation. Lagos should anticipate great emancipation, because at this point we are in Lagos and in Nigeria as a whole, we should not just look at our leaders anymore. I feel we shouldn't look up to our leaders anymore because they failed us many times in the past. And I feel at this point, the only thing we should expect is God. The only thing we need and we should expect right now is God's intervention. Because I feel the way this Global Crusade is coming up, is coming to us, is coming to deliver lives, to liberate lives. So I'm very sure that everyone in Lagos State, not just those that are going to attend, everyone watching from home and everyone that's going to listen should expect a great emancipation.
Yes, everyone should expect a great emancipation, and that's what the Global Crusade is all about. You can actually watch the Global Crusade on Facebook, DCLM HQ, on YouTube, and also Pastor WF Kumuyi's Facebook page, also on Zoom channels across the world. Very soon we'll be launching also the website so you can see all the locations where you can watch the Global Crusade. Emancipation is actually a time for freedom, a time of liberation, and that is what this crusade is all about. A time for total, not part, not medium, emancipation, but full emancipation. And young people have been on the street today to talk about, to enforce, to tell people that there is a total emancipation. And don't forget, God is using the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, to bring about this new phase of emancipation. And he is the one leading this army, leading the new end-time army to set free, to deliver, to heal. And as Jesus is being raised up as the hero of this brand, we know that God will do a lot of things. Right there at the studio, we'll say our goodbyes now, and we thank you for following us all through the Mega Youth World broadcast. Remember, tomorrow, this is a weekend actually for Jesus. Tomorrow is a 1 million man march across the world, several cities, and we'll be back here tomorrow to give you a live feed, a live broadcast by 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 p.m. You'll be joining us right here at the studio. We'll be showing you live broadcasts across the world where the 1 million man march will be happening. I'm Afolayan Daniel, and right here we say thank you and God bless you. Bye-bye.
It was once a massive forest lying less than 10 kilometers north of the Atlantic Ocean, enslaved by same depravities that have plagued humankind globally.
Strange diseases,
Defiling medical interventions,
occultism in high dimensions,
dishonesty,
wickedness, and more to mention.
But a single look,
A look to the author and finisher signals the authority.
it's a power shift.
Power from on high upon your life.
You've never seen anything like this before.
The day when everything that is dead, dormant, dull in your life will rise up.
July 28th to August 2nd, 2022, 1600 hours GMT daily and 0700 hours GMT Sunday worship service, packaged on a global scale for all.
Men, women, ministers and professionals, children, youths and young adults.
A total package by the convener, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi, at the GCK July edition, live at Ikorodu, Lagos State, Nigeria.
Poised to reveal total emancipation by the authority of Christ.
The inspirational and international evangelist, Pastor Dr. W.F. Kumuyi,
will be ministering along with Jeff Dio, our guest music minister.
Coming to you live from Ikorodu, Lagos State, Southwest Nigeria.
And broadcast to the world via satellite, social media,
radio and television.
We are inviting the entire populace in and around Lagos. PFL Lagos is fully involved, and our men and women and youth have been charged, have been given the marching order to ensure that this thing is a huge success. We are praying, we are believing, we are putting the network and our resources into it. And we trust at the end of it all, millions of souls will be gladly brought into the kingdom of God.
GCK, in the 7th month, globally packaged to perfect total emancipation by the authority of Jesus Christ.
Get ready for total freedom.
This July,
I'm going to grab you by the hand, drag you out of the valley, and I'm going to drag you to the mountain top.
The Global Crusade with Kumuyi GCK Authority is coming.